Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from the first group. In this opportunity, we will discuss about the recent issues on tourism and tourism industry. In the first group, there are Fitra Bella Wulandini, Husnul Khotimah, Eka Puspitawati, and then Wilda Najia. Okay, check it out. In the recent issues of tourism and tourism industry, there are definition of tourism, kinds of tourism, aspect and characteristic of tourism, and then why do people make a travel? Okay, I will explain you about definition of tourism. According to World Tourism Organization, tourism is any person residing within a country irrespective of nationality traveling to a place within this country other than his usual place of residence for a period of not less than 24 hours or one night for a purpose other than the exercise of remunerated activity in the place visited. Usually, the motives of tourism for such travel may be leisure like recreation, holiday, health, studies, religion, or sport. And then business, family, mission, meeting, and the others. Different with Jafari. According to Jafari, tourism is study of man away from his usual habitat, of the industry which respond to his needs, and of the impacts that both he and the industry have on the whole social cultural, economic, and physical environment. Kind of tourism. Kind of tourism there are four. In the first, local tourism. What is local tourism? Local tourism can be interpreted as tourism that has limited space in certain place. For example, the city of Yogyakarta, DKI Jakarta, and others. The second is regional tourism. Regional tourism can be interpreted as tourism that develops in place or area that is wider than local tourism, but is more limited when compared to national tourism. For example, North Sumatra tourism, Bali, and others. The third is national tourism. National tourism can be that develops in an area of the country. People who travel are citizens themselves and citizens who live in the country. And the fourth, regional international tourism. What is regional international tourism? Tourism activities developed in an international area are limited but cross the boundaries of more than two or three countries within the region. For example, the ASEAN region, the Middle East, South Asia, Western Europe, and others. And the last is international tourism. I mean, kind of tourism. There are five kinds, not four. Okay, international tourism is tourism activities are developing in all countries in the world, including regional, international tourism, and national tourism.
Tourism aspect. The first is attraction. Attraction is how to attract visitors with something that can be displayed. Maksudnya, daya tarik untuk menarik para pengunjung dengan sesuatu yang dapat ditampilkan. Contohnya, lokasi yang indah, tempat yang memiliki ciri khas. The second is facilities. Facilities is more likely to be oriented towards attractiveness. Maksudnya, fasilitas lebih cenderung berorientasi pada daya tarik. Contohnya, adanya kolam renang, tempat bermain anak, dan lain sebagainya. The third is infrastructure. Infrastructure is that enables economic processes in such a way that it can be easier for human to meet their need. Maksudnya, infrastruktur di sini adalah prasarana yang memungkinkan proses perekonomian sedemikian rupa sehingga dapat memudahkan manusia untuk dapat memenuhi keperluannya. Contohnya, transportasi, telekomunikasi, sistem perbankan, dan lain sebagainya. The fourth is transportation. Transportation is very important because tourist sites must be easily accessible by various vehicles and represented by accessibility. Maksudnya, transportasi di sini sangat penting karena lokasi wisata harus bisa dicapai dengan mudah oleh berbagai kendaraan dan diwakili oleh aksesibilitas. Contohnya, kelas jalan yang baik, jarak lokasi dekat dengan kota sekurang-kurangnya sekitar 30 km dari kota, dan lain sebagainya.
Well, the next is characteristics of tourism. So there are two characteristics of tourism. There are characteristics of local tourism according to OKA AUT in 2008. Well, the first characteristic of local tourism is service industry. This characteristic is the company make up the tourism for the service industry. It means to produce the product, good and services so that are needed by tourism. The next is labor intensive. This characteristic is absorb a lot of labor. In a study said a few percent of tourists spending in a tourist area is used to pay wages and salaries. The next characteristic is capital intensive. This characteristic to build facilities and infrastructure of the tourism industry. But on the other hand, the return on invested capital is relatively long compared to other manufacturing industry. So this characteristic is for the capital. The next is sensitive. Yeah, there are also the tourists who that sensitive. So this sensitive, it means to security and comfortable of tourism. The next is seasonal. Seasonal. This characteristic is strongly influenced by the season. Well, if during the holiday season or peak season, so all the capacity will be sold out. The last characteristic is quick yielding industry. This characteristic is be fast when compared to conventional sport activities. Well, the next characteristic is characteristic of sustainable tourism. Before that, before sustainable tourism, I has explained local tourism that there are six. So the characteristic of sustainable tourism there are four. The first is benefits local economic development. This characteristic is ensures there are a number of diverse opportunities for the creation of jobs locally. So it is also encouraged local in order to sustain the economic momentum and maintain. Well, the next is ensures tourism development benefits both community and environment. This characteristic is ensure that construction, maintenance, infrastructure, and last the providing of services. The next characteristic is meets both profitability and viability. This characteristic is ensure that market served emphasis can be both job locally. It is also encourage local in order to sustainable the economic. I mean that this characteristic is the market serve emphasis can be both profitable and viable because this like both profitable and viable. So the key is to profit both of profit and long-term success lies in offering goods and services that are high in value and price, but it is low in volume. The last is becomes part of the local culture. These characteristics the industry tourists should not distract from the special feel of a place and what makes it unique. It must be maintained in this endeavor to prevent loss of the original appeal to travelers.
Okay, so the next explanation is about why do people make a travel. There are 10 reasons mentioned here. The first one is to challenge themselves. People make a travel to challenge themselves. Traveling can be the alternative to push people to push their limits and gets them outside their comfort zone. Traveling can be ideal activities for people to do something new. The second reason is learning. When people make travel, they also learning. They want to experience something unfamiliar and live with new skills or knowledge. Every destination has something unique to teach visitors, and immersing themselves in a completely different world is the best learning experience. People may travel to learn something specific, like a new language, a new cuisine, aspects of a different culture, or a deeper appreciation of faith or spirituality. The third reason is expanding their perspective. Another reason why people love to travel because the travel helps them to open mind. People realize that there is no one way to live. A lot of people from other places so will show that the world view is not the same as everyone else's, so that the travel can help people to open their mind about the world. The fourth reason is getting in touch with ourselves. When we do a solo traveling, we also get the opportunity to reflect on our life. We have the needed time and space to let our mind wander and take stock. Traveling is one of the best ways to learn more about ourselves. Every day, traveling brings a new set of issues and opportunities. So, this experience will change our life. The next reason is life appreciating. Exploring another place will give us a fresh appreciation for our hometown, country, and our real life. Once we are back, we will feel lucky to live where we do. We will see that there really is no place like home. The sixth reason is building and strengthening the relationship. When people make a travel, they will meet a lot of people from another country or another town, so that this also can be the reason for building and strengthening relationship. We also can make friends from the traveling, and also we have another relation with another people in every country that we visit. The next reason is having an adventure. People that love to travel must be love an adventure. A trip is the perfect time to do something different and exciting, especially something that we do not do at home. We will have lots of fun when we do the adventure, and we will revel in the rush that get from our exploits. And also, we got a memory of the incredible adventure. The next reason is escaping. What the people seek from their travel is what they don't have back home, like better weather or nicer scenery, the freedom to do what they want, experience that can't normally have. Admiring the masterpiece in the Louvre or lying on a Hawaiian beach are wonderful breaks from the regular brain is one of the example. The next reason is relaxing and rejuvenating. A restful vacation is just what we need to renew ourselves. A relaxing natural setting and good weather are common ingredients for the R&R vacation trip. Travel helps our mind and body reboot in a way we cannot achieve at home. The last reason is to celebrate. There is always a happy reason to take a trip. It could be a landmark birthday or anniversary, or a graduation or a wedding, even a baby moon before a little one arrives. People also make a travel when they get a big celebration in their life. Maybe that's all the explanation from the recent issues on tourism and tourism industry. The last but not least, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.